And we are live.
All right.
Hello, everyone. COVID-19 based video, I guess. I wasn't thinking of doing one, but we've made good progress here. I'm with David from Mini Nodes,
Hey, everybody.
and yeah, so we've been working on trying to get the. Wait, I'm getting an echo, but yeah. We've been working on trying to get the protein folding stuff with Boink and Rosetta working on ARM64 so we can like get our huge stockpile of ARM64 hardware out there for people to fold on um, and maybe even on the main data centers where you have stuff like the Graviton and the Fujitsu A64FX and all those like super power efficient server class cores as well, and hopefully get some protein folding compute out of it. So yeah, so today they have launched. So we've spent about a week, well, not really like working throughout the week, but short
On and off.
bursts of work on and off in our free time to get it compiled. We are also joined by a few developers from Neo Cortex who also helped us with the porting process, and uh, yeah, we've got it, and you can actually go ahead and through Ralph at home, not exactly Rosetta, you can actually go ahead and um, get those work units on your Pi's and then anything else 96 boards that has a 64-bit ARM core. So I think this entire stream is just us going through and um, setting it up on a bunch of boards we have. So it's still in beta, that's why it's in Ralph. And hopefully, coming down of the few weeks, we can get that at the main um, Rosetta at Home project as well. So, as much as help we can get. Um, oh, why does my stream say stuff about OpenBSD? Like, that's not. YouTube loves to mess
Where do you
stuff up.
see? Yeah, I don't see that.
Wait, it's in the video description. For some reason,
Mm.
that's what it says. Okay, let's see. Uh, let's fix that first. S- Live and details. There it is. For some reason, it just says weird stuff. Routine forwarding on 64. So I think David, you already have it on a couple of your boards.
Yes, I do. But now that I think about this, I'm on my laptop and I didn't get that remote client installed yet. So we may have to use yours
Mhm.
and let's
Yeah.
do the bring up. Let's walk through it.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I do have it running on a couple of my boards, but I'm on my laptop and my Pi 4 is running the 64-bit Ubuntu um, operating system. The official Ubuntu, um, their release that they have. They've got actually Pi 2, Pi 3, and Pi 4 officially supported. So I flashed the 64-bit Ubuntu OS to the SD card, powered on the Pi 4, installed Boink client. No. Boink Manager. And then that allows you to, from a GUI, allows you to choose the projects that you would like to donate your compute resources to. So Rosetta is in there, but Ralph is not. So you simply add the URL ralph.bakerlab.org, and it will automatically then pull down, I think it's probably an XML file that has a configuration attached or associated with it. And so it automatically configured itself, and just this evening began pulling down work units.
Yep. So let's see. Let me open a new Boink manager. So it just asks me for my host name. So I have all the way from Boink 1 to Boink 7 or 8, I think, set up at this point. So I can just go Boink 1. And that should connect to my first device, that is a Pi 3, which it's not connected to for reasons. Or it's not responding. Ah,
That Pi 3, is it running Raspbian, or did you also
oh no, that's
install?
Fedora.
Ah,
Let me try an SSH to it. Oh, could not resolve hostname. That's bad.
uh-oh.
Boeing 2 works, so I don't know if that one just requires a reset or something. Um, Alright, let's go with that and we'll figure it out.
Well, go with 2.
Which also made my Boeing client hang.
Yeah, killed. Yep. See that.
So there we are. And here it's still connecting to it. Mm, and I can see it on the SSH side. This is taking longer than it should. Boeing 3 is a Pi 2, so that won't work, and Boeing 4 is a Rock 64. So let's see if that works. Oddly enough, that also says connecting to it. I have free memory. Then Boeing 8 should be the Raspbian. It could be that my Boeing client is not responding. My manager program. Okay. I think I might just reboot these boards or reboot the Boeing client on them.
Did they already have, they didn't have any profile configured, so they weren't running any workload yet,
Oh,
were they?
they've been running it for like months.
Oh, that's right. Well, they're probably not responding because they're crunching something else then.
Yeah. Okay, that cleared it out. And start. Huh. Oh, the moment I restart the client, it starts to crunch.
So then yours is doing what my Jetson Nano was doing, which is even when it reboots, comes back online, it starts crunching right away.
I mean, I did check it with the other Boeing clients that were, yeah. I wonder if it has something to do with it being on. Like, I had it running. Then I rebooted the system to way to Xorg. Not sure if that has anything to do with it. Probably should not have. But okay.
Well, you
I'm
may
just
have to
trying.
call
I'll
in.
just try to reboot the board. Eh, I guess more entertainment for the people.
You may have to call in the big guns.
Yeah. Um,
What OS is the Rock 64 running?
that's ambient.
Armbian? That boot's quick. Power cycle that one.
Yeah. Let's see. For I don't think that's on the the Rock 64. Was it Boeing 3?
You gotta label them. You have too many boards.
Yeah. Yeah. Boeing 3 is a Rock 64. Let's go. That's still running it, but it's much more responsive. So I'll just try to connect to that instead. Okay. Um, do
Give it a minute. I wonder if it.
no, it says disconnected. Otherwise, it would have.
Oh.
Uh-huh. On the local host works. See, even to my local systems.
Connecting to local host. So I mean, yeah, all right, that takes a minute, but
So that came up,
so
and that's my.
that was localhost.
Yeah.
So even that took a minute. Let that one sit there for a second on Boink 3.
There it says connecting.
Connecting. Okay. So give it a minute. While it's doing that, I'm going to go power cycle that nano. I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah.
All right. Still connecting?
Yeah. Trying something else. Even okay, I was able to pause that, and let's see now if it connects. Nope, connects and disconnects.
I wonder if it's a bug for Arm64.
No,
I wonder
it
if
was
no
working
one.
just fine.
Oh, because you were running the other workloads. That's right.
Yeah. Um. Shit. Maybe I can try it from another. Let me see. SSH. Okay. uh, I'm trying from the command line interface. Um, okay. State. Authorization failure.
Password.
102. The one time I want it to work.
Yep. The remote configuration file, so GUI RPC auth.cfg and remote host CFG need to be placed in the blank data directory. Those plain text files just drop a password directly
Yep.
into the. What if you don't even want a password? I wonder if you could go with no password. So it looks like you can leave the password blank. I have restarted the BOINC client on the Jetson Nano. I'm getting communicating with BOINC client. Please wait. All right, let me do. Let's see here.
Disconnects for some reason.
Let me do screen share on mine.
Okay. I figured this out then till that time. Not sure why it's just disconnecting. I don't know if it has something to do with ports.
All right, can you see
Yep.
BOINC Manager? All right, so I just did exactly what you were attempting to do. I installed BOINC Manager here locally. This is a MacBook. So went to the BOINC website, downloaded their installation package, ran through the setup. Then, after it was installed, you can choose the computer to connect to remotely manage. So I selected on my network 192.168.0.103 is a NVIDIA Jetson Nano. So that's a 64-bit ARM quad-core A57. Now I have both Rosetta at Home and Ralph at Home projects in here. Rosetta at Home does not currently support Arm64. Ralph at Home is their like proving ground, kind of their test lab. So literally just today, they turned on Arm64 support on that project. Now I'm not getting. Oh yeah, I am. Sahaj, take a look at the screen. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger.
It's working.
It's going. So these are. Now, why did it pull down? So that's interesting. It's got some queued up as well. Looks like it's running 4 of them. And I have to wonder if I'm going to hit some thermal throttling or even what power supply do I have on this? I think I've got 5-volt 4 amp, but it's a cheap one. I don't know if it's really going to put out 4 amps or not. I have to wonder if I will hit if the power will cut out, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Shows that these have been running for 20 minutes. Estimated time remaining 7.5 minutes. Okay. Look at the naming convention they used, Sahaj. Rosetta for portable devices 412. I bet they call Android devices something similar to that.
Yeah, they might just be sending that tasks then.
Yeah.
Do for Android. Um, hmm. Not sure why it's not working at all now. It's connecting. It's stuck at connecting to the IP address of the board.
Estimated time remaining 7 hours and 23 minutes. Well, it's getting late here. I don't know if I'm going to stick around for that whole
Yeah.
duration.
So
7
I
hours and 22 minutes
no.
remaining. It's going to be a long night for you, Sahaj.
I don't
Oh,
have to
no, it's
see it
morning
happen.
there.
Yeah, I don't have to see it happen. I have to figure out what's going on here as well. Not sure. It's like it's stuck at connecting. Do I need to reboot my? I don't know. If I leave the
So,
call, do you still stay on the call? Is it still streamed, or does that
you're
break?
the owner. I think it'll kill a stream.
Uh,
So what I did to get this nano working just now while you were doing all the talking was I SSH'd to it.
mhm.
I then nanoed those two configuration files that we were talking about, the GUI and the, what was the other one called? RPC something, I can't remember now. Either way, added my Mac's IP address to it and put in a password. Then, after I saved those files, I had to restart Boink. So that was just service space Boink hyphen client space restart. After that took effect, then I was able to use this here locally on the Mac to connect to the Nano. So are you restarting Boink hyphen client?
I tried all of that. I think the only um, yeah, the only remaining option for me is to restart my system. That would involve the stream being stopped.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not the end of the world either. We've, between the two of us hacking, have gotten what we wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, these are what you're looking at is COVID-19 work units being run on an ARM64 board. I wish I had a second camera that I could place on the Nano so you could see that as well, but I mean, you can sort of envision what a Jetson Nano looks like.
I wonder if my router messed up.
It's always the DNS. It's always the DNS. It was the DNS.
So Boeing 2 is. Ooh, yeah. So Boeing 2 is there. Uh, why for Boeing 3 it just shows up as Rock 64. Boeing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of that is here. Like it's showing it correctly. Um,
Could try releasing and renewing the IPs just to make sure they're not, just to make sure the routing tables are good.
I don't know if that's something I can do with the router.
No, from the board, just do
Oh, yeah.
if
Let me try.
down and then if up, kill your SSH. Well, actually, wait a minute. No, you can't do that from the board over SSH.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to bring it back up. You need serial for that. Local
I think,
console.
yeah, I think I will kill it and I will let me test it out and then I'll let you know. And if you're awake, then you can rejoin or I'll just stream.
Um, no, it's getting late here. It's
Yeah,
almost 11. So I'll drop off. You have fun troubleshooting that. But ping me tomorrow. I'll get a few hours of sleep and
yeah,
I'll ping you and see where you're at.
yeah. I think and then we'll do a live stream if it's required. I'll just set everything up and then we can just go through all the setup we have
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
maybe set up the new boards.
After, let me think. What time tomorrow? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll,
just
I'll,
just
I'll
let me
ping.
know
I'll let you know.
whenever.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep. Sounds good. All right. You have a good, well, I guess day. I'm going to have a good night.
I'll sleep as well.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Perfect. Let's go get some rest.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye all.